Hello everyone and welcome to the Long Dark. I'm KirkSteven and welcome back to DeadWorld. This is part 55. And we are currently wasting time in the maintenance yard. But we're going to be heading over to the lodge here very quickly. In the last episode, we went down to the ravine. We got that extra stem. So now we're in pretty good shape with that. And I think we're going to leave a lot of this behind. Take some of the coal with us. In case we decide to repair anything. And let's go see how bad the weather is. Clear and breezy. It's getting late. I think we probably ought to go. Do we have a pry bar? See one sitting here. I'll probably take that too. Just in case. I want to leave that behind and then regret it. So, carrying tons of stuff. Empty. There's our 6 kilos of cattails. Alright, I think what we're going to do here... Is this thing burning? It's just got a very nice red glow to it. I thought it was left on or something goofy. Alright, let's go ahead and eat that. Let's get a drink. That'll lighten our load, hopefully. And let's see how bad can be. Oh, it's super duper cold, super duper windy.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay. Gotta get in a better habit of doing that. Time of this recording, episode 52 had just been released a couple of days ago. I had gotten a pretty large buffer going because work schedule's been very crazy lately. We had this week off. Wife and I went on a little bit of an excursion up into northern Arizona where we got to go be in the pine trees and see a little snow and get all excited about all that because we don't get to see that very often where we live. And we also went up to the petrified forest and painted desert and took some photos up there. Got back yesterday, so here we are. Doing the other part of the thing we need to do. See what, let's take a quick nap here. I don't care if it's nighttime. We've got nothing to worry about as always.
If I can drop any of this gear.
No, much better. Let's Oh, it's windy again. It was much better by the door. We need to get moving, and we need to get things done. And not be held up by the weather, because quite literally it's only going to get worse. Lots of cattails. Yeah, we're gonna need to make some teas or something. Let's see if we can get behind this rock here. There we go.
Perfect. And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
It's too windy. Of course it's too windy. Oh, come on, heat up. I no sooner set this down.
Whew. Sure getting cold.
Nope. Come on. Oops. Holster that.
This is so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
All right. Try to light a simple fire to warm up a couple of teas. Alright, there's probably a few more over there. I'm going to head across the way over here to this cave. And maybe we'll light another fire and warm up.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Yeah, I'm getting you there, Astrid. Any goodies? What do you got, bud? Nothing. Just not into sharing. Come on, get inside. We don't need any more frozen Astrid.
Come on, little fire.
Yeah, let's do one of those. I'm hoping not to stay here forever. Kind of had a feeling we had some extra teas floating somewhere. Gotta be careful when I'm dropping these teas. Keep dropping them in inaccessible places. Keep making teas. Wind will keep shifting. Sure, let's make a coffee. Oops. Okay. Eat the rest of the wolf. All right, gonna drink the coffee. Pick up the flask.
Carry much more.
We'll grab this. I doubt it's gonna stay lit, but we'll try. Looks way too blustery out here. Oh, got an aurora going. Oops. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to last long. Easy, easy, girl. Don't know if there's much for cattail over there, but with it being so cold right now. That's a pretty picture. Very red. So right now, let's get over to the lodge and go loot that place clean, and we got to start making decisions and preparations for our great adventure. We've been on one heck of a great adventure so far, but the next great adventure that comes next is going to be both interesting and challenging and crazy and everything in between. In fact, I'm trying to prep for it a bit ahead of time. Kind of done a couple of things. I did a pilgrim run. Whoops. Come on. Of course you won't be there. I did a pilgrim run into Sundered Pass. Went through the cave, figured out how to get up to the weather station, left the weather station, walked down through parts of the cave system and stuff. Didn't get to see everything. I'm hoping to go back into it via transfer pass. That's the way I exited and went to the train station. Gonna basically turn around and head back in and put some more time there. The other big thing that I'm working on too is I've had a Voyager run going where I was doing the tails, and I had Signal Void done, and I was kind of in the middle of doing Buried Echoes and hadn't quite finished it, and I got some opportunity with the time off to work on that, so I actually have finished Buried Echoes. So my thinking is if I can get those done ahead of recording the DeadWorld series there, we might be able to utilize some of the Tales stories while we're over there. Hey, I see more. See flour and oil. We'll see if we can't go on a pancake craziness here. It's so ominous with the lighting. So before we go to sleep, I'm going to check something here. What I'm kind of hoping to do with dragging my feet a bit while we're here is to get this number up just a little bit more. The closer we get to being in full health, the more leadway we get for making mistakes when we get to the far territories. Let's just get a full stomach. And we'll sleep for 5. One of the things that I've been thinking about is plan of attack. And so I'm not sure if I go in the order that they were released or if I tackle them in an order that is more beneficial. My early results of going through most of them here of late is I'm almost wanting to leave the zone of contamination for last. Kind of had this grandiose idea that we were going to get to the weather station, and that was going to be our final stand up on the top of the tippy top. But the zone of contamination has a lot of stuff, and it might enable us to heal up mistakes. And I'm almost tempted to go to Sundered Pass first. Then go to the far territory, or excuse me, go to Forsaken Airfield second, and then the zone of contamination. And my thought process there is that Sundered Pass is just brutal. We've got the most stims we can have. We've got 4. There could be one more here. There may be one more back in the maintenance yard. I got to go break down some crates. But let's say I get the 1 here and I have 5. If Sundered Pass beats us to death, we have the means to save ourselves. We'll have the most stims. And I don't think I'm going to worry about doing the tails from Sundered Pass if we go there. I haven't done that section yet. I actually watched a few other people do it. And not only is the area brutal, but the tails thing is also very brutal. A lot of rope climbs, a lot of that, and with the energy drain that we deal with on DeadWorld, I just don't see the need to do it. I could see an argument for doing buried echoes because of the fact that it opens up some parts of the mines that have some possible loot that might be worth doing, but beyond that, I don't know. And then, of course, Forsaken Airfield, if we use that during the auroras and what have you, and we can find a little ashes that might be worth doing. All right, more matches. So let's see what we've got here, see if there's anything worth replacing what we already have. Ooh, there's what we've been looking for. We're going to make pancakes. So I would say that because of the video release timing and that by the time this is released, any comments you guys make on suggestions or if you think my plan of attack idea has merit or if I should rethink it or whatever, there'll be time. Probably going to only get a couple of recordings done this weekend. Briarhouse Pie. So what does that entail? Oh, we're never going to make that. I still want to make this. We've got everything but the acorn grounds and the salt. The salt may be around here somewhere. Got to go look in the kitchen again. I don't believe we need that. We're going to have to start paring things down anyway. We get through everything? Get to running at the mouth and didn't realize it. All right.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, that's what we were looking for. No, I don't think we need spray paint. Although spray paint came in handy when we were in the mine, but we'll worry about finding it when we're there. Another rope down here. Alright, let's drop some of this. And let's drop this. All those times we left salt behind thinking we would never need this. I think we'll find some eventually. Quite a few places yet to go. Just got to remember to keep the acorn grounds. Okay, let's go take a peek outside. See what the weather looks like. Cold and balmy. Do have one deer. Could have one or two more. There's a cave not too far from here. Some more acorns. That's just fantastic. Let's see what we can gather up while we're out here. Okay, it was a dude, not dinner. And he had nothing. Alright. Leave the deer alone. Because we're going to have to warm up. Not seeing any cattails per se. Definitely need you guys. Go warm up. We'll go get...
Jeez, this is cold.
Yeah, I know. There you go. That should help warm up. More mushrooms. We definitely want teas, and more teas. It, sometimes, nope, it's empty. Okay, we're going in. All right, let's do some more acorns. Oh, warm up, did we? Alright, let's do 2. I want to save some of them for that pie if I can pull it off. Ooh, here we go. Large portions of acorns. There we go. We needed that. Alright, did it get ugly out of here again? Of course it did. Alright. How are we doing on cloth here? We don't have much. So let's harvest some curtains. And we'll use the blizzard as an excuse to do a little maintenance. As I said, everything now is kind of prepping for what's to come. Alright, hour and 42 minutes. Go. You failed. Alright, you got one more. This is it. Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. There you go. Alright. Well, that lightened our load. Not in the best way, but...
God, I did anything right about now.
Oh. Wait. I'm starving you, and I'm... Here, just eat that. But I did nothing. How about some carrots, Astrid? Wasn't worried about cooking, but that little fiasco. I think we're gonna have to cook. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna poke my head out here again. One down, that's not bad. 2 down in the open. Nothing to get excited about. And just because we have to. Nothing exciting back there either. Alright, I think we can stay warm enough that we can go rob whatever meat this thing has. Might even go sneak over by the cave over there and grab the rest of the stuff that's that direction while it's still nice out here. Not a lot, but we'll take it. Follow the crows. So I would say by the next episode, we're definitely going to be making the trek into the far territories. So again, like I said, any comments about, ideas, plans of attack, I'm very, very open to everybody's suggestions. In fact, I know one of the suggestions was to leave the mag lens behind. I'm horrible about using it, and We got plenty of matches, so it's weight that we don't need to carry with us. We need to be carrying food, teas, staying warm. Those are going to be the priorities. Try to cook up food over here while we've got the 6 burner. Doesn't matter if it goes bad. And then once we get to transfer station, then we'll have a better idea. Oops. Did not do that very well. Come on. Come on. You can do this. Oh, now we're 2 down. And another deer. All right, that one's a 1.5. So I'm going to go in here and start a small fire. Oh, look at all this firewood. And a fire striker. 78%.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, I think you can. Fire, fire, fire.
Come on, little fire. Come on. I could eat a horse. Some horses.
Wow, almost made it onto cooking spot. Sorry if you could hear that in the background. I think that's Discord going on. All right.
Feels like night is coming.
All right, real quick second here. All right, sorry about that. Turned off Discord for a second. We'll get back to it in a bit. Got an hour. Okay. So take a look back here, see if we got anything worth looking after. Come on, grab that stick. All right, that leads around towards the maintenance yard eventually. Maybe we will go back that way. just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Any goodies down here? No actual cat tails, just plants. No stalks. Alright, Astrid, let's go get last of our food here and head back. You need a nap. You get cranky when you haven't had your nap.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Yeah, that's why we're taking you home. We know you're tired. Make sure we didn't miss any teas. Mystery Lake Lodge. Not really near Mystery Lake. That one puzzles me. I've seen that sign a few times now. I'm like, it seems inaccurate. So one of the other things, too, that's been kind of rolling around in my head, I know we're still several episodes away before this comes to a conclusion. I truly believe we will at least poke our head inside all three Far Territory regions at the very least. But one of the things that I have been thinking about is what to do next. I like DeadWorld. It's one of my favorite challenges. I like the uniqueness of changing changing the elements from being a hunter-gatherer to a scavenger is and what it really basically comes down to. So I was wondering what I could do maybe in the next attempt to bring out more of that scavenger feel. And I've been toying with the idea of creating a kind of a version where the person that's thrown into this situation is a bit of an urbanite, somebody who is a city slicker, and he doesn't know a whole lot. You know, he's seen a few documentaries, and he knows how to strike a match, and he could probably build a fire, but he doesn't know how to mend anything. He doesn't know how to cook a whole lot. You know, he's got DoorDash and Uber Eats. Cooking is something he doesn't do. You know, that's what the guy in the corner does. So I was thinking about, because of all the added things the DLC has provided, and who knows what the next DLC is going to throw in here in the next, probably less than a month away. What other goodies that we're going to see that they haven't mentioned. And so I was thinking about creating more of a learning curve to DeadWorld.
Not sure I can carry much more.
Nope, I didn't mean to pick that up. Try to create more of a learning curve for DeadWorld. And so I was toying with the idea of, like, okay, in order to sew or repair clothing, this person needs to read a sewing book. That's a prerequisite. He's got to read a sewing book. If he wants to make clothing, he needs to get to the next sewing level. I think we all start out at level 1. You have some basic knowledge on how to do stuff, but maybe, you know, restrict it so that he can't make clothing until he reaches the next level of sewing. Maybe as far as cooking goes, he's got to get to cooking level 2 before he even understands what rose hips are, that cattails are edible, and that there's a thing called reishi mushrooms. Basically he's got to learn these skills in order to survive, and maybe there's a bit of a stair step. I also think that animal clothing is going to be taken out of the mix as well. There's a lot of discussion between those of us that play this whether the effort and the calories are worth it. So I think if I restrict it, because our city slicker,
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear,
is not going to understand how to do that. He's going to be completely unable to make that kind of clothing. He's got to learn how to harvest a deer, let alone piecing it together to make a pair of pants. So I've been toying around with that as an idea for what's to come after this. All right. And we all know there's those people out there. We all have friends, family members. They know how to burn water. So, this is not too far-fetched. So it would be quite interesting to add that element to it, because the early game is very difficult, and then you add that level of difficulty to it. If you get to day 25, you've found the right books, you've done your reading, you've done your research, and you're going to get things done. Come on, pancakes. So I'd love to hear everybody's feedback on that, what they think. I've been toying around with the idea of calling it Castaway, just based on the fact that, in the movie with Tom Hanks, he makes such a big fuss about making fire, and he's, you know, having to learn how to do a lot of things that he didn't have to do before. So kind of where some of the premise comes from. It's also to try to add a level of a difficulty to DeadWorld because of all the added foods, all the added extras. It would also make the books important. More so that, I mean, you know, we could add value to some of even the books that don't have value, like, you know, like the gunsmithing book. Maybe you have to read that in its entirety in order to repair metal items. Something like that. Nothing better than pocket pancakes. There you go. Cook that potato. Rose hip pies. You know what? Go ahead. That's like having an extra coffee. Use some more water. Let's just keep cooking. Three minutes. I'll cook some more of these. Didn't think I had any cans, but I thought I'd try. Hour and a half left on this fire. Let's keep making teas.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
No, okay. Sure, why not? Make some porridge. Keep making teas, Astrid. Keep making teas. So we'll grab that flour before we go, and I'll grab the wood and probably try to work our way back over to the maintenance yard here in a bit. If it's cold outside and we can't make it, how much time we got in the fire? We'll put some teas down. Keep cooking those teas. Let's put down the teas that we have. There we go. Come on. I saw green. Let me take a peek outside here. The wind is always so deceiving. You never know what's going on. It's just windy, so all right.
I think I can use this. Yeah, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Not much. We're leaving it behind. Look at all those pocket pancakes. Much as it'll hold. Take her pot. Got her sleeping bag. Didn't check this container. Didn't matter. Okay. Well, there wasn't a ton of stuff here, but we did make some pancakes. Maybe we'll find some salt along the way. We'll get those briar pies made. That would be awesome. We'll make sure we grind up the acorns when we get back. Don't intend to take the hammer with me. So we'll need to do that before we go. So I think that will be what the next episode is going to be about here. We're going to work our way back to the maintenance yard. We're going to take that little back way.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Well, just for that, I want you to grab another stick. Go check and see if there's anything back here. If we can stay warm, try to grab as many cattails, but we got a bunch of cattails to haul back with us. I think we'll duck in here real quick. Warm up. Wow, that's still hot. There we go. As the snow starts to fly. really not going to be much left of railroad that we have to look at. We didn't get over to that cave area, I don't believe, on the other side of the railroad. So I think depending on the weather, when we start heading out, we can poke our head in there. But there's really not anything we need. I think our main goal is going to be preparing. The next episode, the first part of it's going to be really like, okay, what repairs can we do to clothing? What can we do to get ready for the journey? What things do we have to have? What things can we live without? The lighter we go, the quicker we move. We've been kind of hauling stuff around with the thought process of, you know, we're going to make this later. We're going to do this later. But, you know, maybe we don't take the hatchet with us because do we really need it? We're not going to repair anything. We're probably not going to chop wood down. Coal is more important to us than that. We can pick up sticks. So maybe we don't carry that weight. Maybe we give up a one of the cooking utensils. I doubt it, but, you know, just thoughts. All right. Okay, those are cold. You know what? Let's... No, not that silly. Let's take a nap next to it.
Come on, little fire.
See if we can get away with the stick fire here. Stay warm. Ooh, not too shabby. We'll take a kilo. There we go. Warming up just slightly. I'm okay with that. Should have put the thermos down. That was not... Here. Keep the thermos warm. Okay. Anything close by worth getting excited about? Possibility of cattails, but we'd have to walk through there. That'll be a wait and see one. At this rate, though, we've got almost 6 kilos of cattails to carry, and I've got like 20 something on me. Like, at what point do you stop carrying stuff? Like this. Why am I carrying that? Actually, may come in handy, but so much of this is food. I think if we do our repairs before we go, we won't need to take this. We'll take a couple of good torches. We'll make sure our clothing's repaired. 5 stems, that's crazy. Alright, I think we can speed that up. Drink that. I think if I was going to do this again, I think I would grab a second flask. I could warm up 2 different types of teas, or coffee and tea or something, and make sure that you had plenty and you got into situations like this where it's going to turn into a bad storm. Bounty of acorns over here. Well, let's go check out this dude on the ground here. Should have grabbed him first, but didn't realize that was going to twist around that way. I have not been up here as many times as I'd like to admit. What do you got, bud? Empty as usual. Alright. Come on, Astro, let's move like we got a purpose. I'm hoping we can save teas. You know what? Stay here in the windbreak. And like that, the storm is over. And 5 minutes from now, we'll be right back. A lot of saplings over here. It's a rope anchor? Yes, it is. Very interesting. Alright, let's see if we can do this without destroying ourselves. Doesn't look too shabby. Let's go down here. Wind is picking up again, fighting us. Yeah, I was trying to check out these trees to see if there was any more teas to be had, but weather is not cooperating. Well, I would say with some good certainty, there's probably a few cattails we did not get on the lake. And if there is time to do so, we will go grab them.
I need to find some. I wonder if I
I'm
can drop any of this gear.
trying to get you out of the cold. Maybe we could do it with a little less junk in our trunk and move about better. So anyway, let's take a hour nap. How are we doing now? Okay. Create a save point and we'll call it here. We're getting past the hour mark here. Okay, not anything overly exciting, but we are getting a little closer to our launching into the far territories. I think in the next episode, we're going to be spending a lot of time just like making sure we got our clothing ready to go. If weather permits, we'll go run down to the lake really light and lean and go grab any last minute cattails. And then we're going to lean out what we're taking with us over there. And just going to try to go as light as possible, carrying exactly what we need to carry. No silliness, as best we can. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate everyone joining us along on this journey as we get ready to close out the main part of the map and we move into the new DLC maps, which will probably be in the next episode. We'll probably be at least getting to Transfer Pass. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.